changing or choosing. That's your choices. That's it, man. And all the time we sit here and we say to ourselves, well, you know, I'm trying. Dude, you're still choosing to do something wrong. You're still choosing to live in a shit type of form. You're still living in a bad pathway, right? And we can sit here and we can say that, man, but we're trying to change. Nah, man, because at the end of the day, if you still continue the same behaviors over and over and over again, bro, you're just straight choosing, man. And I'm just as guilty for this. I say all the time, man, you know, we sit here and we deal with all these demons and all these skeletons in our closet. And unfortunately, we believe that, hey, if we keep doing what we're doing, at some point, they're going to just decay. They're going to decay and we won't see them anymore. We won't feel them anymore. They won't make a difference for us anymore. You know, and recently I had this huge change and this huge understanding of things, that things from my past developed so much hate. I mean, I've developed so much hate. I sat here, man, and I've never hated things and people in my life as much as I have over the last couple of years. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's not the way to live, but I hate them. And I mean, I hate them. What they've done, how they've done things, bro, included myself. I included myself. The amount of self-hate and the non-existent self-love, it's crazy, right? So I sat there and I said, well, I hate them. And because I hate them and I hate what I've done and I hate my life and I hate myself and I hate all this, I'm going to just go ahead and do this. And you go back and you do the same thing you've done. Even though you sat there and said, well, I'm trying to make a change. I don't want to go back. Like, look at what happened. I don't want to. But you did anyways, because you sat there and you chose to do something wrong. You chose a bad behavior. And I'm going to tell you something. Let me be real, man. 100%. I promise you that whatever you think in your mind, that somebody sat there and said that, hey, I'm thinking about them. They're not thinking about you. They don't care about you. They don't even sit there and even think about you at all, man. Just like Old Boy's song recently, man. For real. The only memory they have a hard time dealing with is probably just the memory of thinking about them. It ain't even them. It's just a memory of what they had. While what we do in life and we struggle about things that we've done, activities we've done, we struggle over and over and over again because all you did was keep that inside. You kept all of that inside. You didn't want to sit here and say to yourself, hey, I'm going to let that go. Because if I let it go, what is my driver? No, that thing that you didn't let go is the reason why you're still choosing to make stupid ass decisions. It sure as hell ain't helping you change. It's not gonna help you change because everything you're doing is the same behavior over and over and over again. You know, we used to joke about it when we was younger, right? Like, oh, insanity, man, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting another outcome. But that's exactly what you do. And you don't even realize you do it, and maybe you do and just don't want to admit it. Maybe you want to say to yourself, well, you know, I've done this one thing, and this one thing should change how I live here, right? And maybe it's drinking, or it's doing some type of drug or something like that, or, you know, whatever, right? Whatever your vice is, let's just say it's a vice. Let's call it a vice, man. And it could be also sex, because sex is the worst vice, in my opinion, at this damn point, right? So you sit here and you say to yourself, I'm not going to do that anymore, except I'm going to go ahead and just here and there, I'm going to sip on it. I'm going to do just a little bit. Knowing that those types of situations were probably what ruined your life. You probably lost your job, you lost your kids, you lost your family, people don't want to talk to you, you lost your friends, you may have lost your house, money, everything. Every single thing that you ever worked for, you might have lost because you were choosing to do the bad behavior. You didn't really want to change. You think you want to change because you see everybody else around you upset, and you think that if you say, I'm going to change and I'm going to change, it's going to make you think that. It's going to make you feel that way. But you don't even really feel that way. You don't, man, because all you're doing is using words. I used to say to myself, and I said this shit recently about, don't say sorry to me. Don't say sorry. Because I'm going to tell you what, you wasn't sorry when you was smashing out that person. You wasn't sitting there crying about being sorry, smashing them out. You wasn't sorry when you was doing me dirty, when you was behind the back talking shit or trying to get something done that would ruin your life, right? You wasn't sorry about that. You wasn't sorry. So don't say sorry now. Because at the end of the day, you made the decision, just like I made the decision. The problem is you're upset with yourself, so you think that you can put that on them. Nah, man, don't take that apology and don't apologize. The apology means nothing. You can say it over and over and over again. The apology isn't going to make you change. You need to change. Apology just gives you basically a free pass on choosing. It gives you a defense on why you choosing to do that stupid ass behavior. That shit ain't gonna get you anywhere, man. It doesn't matter your timeline, what kind of biological clock you have. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It makes no difference. If you choose and choose and choose, you will never change, man. You will just continue on the same path over and over and over again. You understand that, right? Like if you choosing to go right in a race over and over and over, you back to the start line. You back to the start line. You back to the start line. Because you choosing to go the same way over and over and over again. You ain't never going to make it out of that race, man. You ain't never going to make it to the finish line because there is no finish line. Because you keep going back to the damn start. If you don't change your direction, change your patterns, change your habits, change everything about you. You don't start stacking what you need to get done every day the right way. You ain't never going to make a difference. You ain't never going to make a difference in their life. You ain't never going to make a difference in your life. I don't care what kind of fake ass shit you tell yourself. Oh man, well if I do this, I'm going to make them feel better. They're going to do better because I'm making a difference. Bro, they don't care, man. They don't care. Nobody really actually cares because it's not really you making a difference. It's you falsely elevating yourself, falsely elevating your little dopamine hits to make yourself feel better. That's not going to get you there. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you sitting here and you're doing the same shit over and over and over again, don't say sorry. Don't look at yourself badly, because at the end of the day, you might as well look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm doing you dirty. I'm doing you dirty, because you ain't doing anybody else dirty than yourself, because you know what changes you need to make and you know what you need to do to make those changes. But until then, you just choosing. So change your damn mindset, man, and get after it.